see what I get.
On this episode of Zero to Hero.
Let's see. I need that to roll. To roll. No way. What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we got something a little different, or special, should I say. As you guys can see, I am going through the campaign. The reason why I am going through the campaign is because this is going to be my lightning arrow Deadeye for just speed clearing. As I told you guys in the last video, we're going to be doing 3 builds. We're going to be working on our divine ire totems. We're going to be working on the lightning arrow Deadeye, and we're going to be working on our freezing pulse ice spirit totems. These 3 builds is typically what I want to play because these are the 3 builds that will really pop off hard. These 3 builds will synergize together, even just like sharing base loot and things like that. One of the reasons why I'm deciding to do this is because on the divine ire totems, I know a lot of you like my divine ire totems, and that's not going anywhere. I'm still going to be working on the divine ire totems, but keep in mind that when I am playing on the divine ire totems and not something like lightning arrow, it is taking me a very long time to corpse farm. It is taking me a long time to map. It is taking me a long time to really push content that I could be going fast with, which I could be using lightning arrow or something extremely fast with like tailwind and things like that to be destroying the map. So that's what mainly what this build is going to be used for. Now my divine ire totems will be mainly used for stuff like essences, really mid game bosses and things like that, because it has like pretty good defenses and it has pretty good damage. So it's like an all-rounder type of character. Whereas my freezing pulse ice spirit totems, I am going to be building that straight glass cannon, and that build will be mainly used for popping bosses. That is going to be its main use, is like when I walk up to uber bosses, place a totem, shoots out the ice spear, the thing dies in like 2 seconds. That is the plan. That being said, that doesn't mean any of the projects are stopping. None of these projects are stopping. So I will have the divine ire totems down in the description. I'll have the lightning arrow down in the description, and I'll have the freezing pulse ice spirit totem down in the description once I start it. Now, I'm not going to start the freezing pulse ice spirit totems, and the reason why is because I need a couple of unique gear pieces to be able to start it, and which is why we're going to be working on lightning arrow and the divine ire totems to be able to pull stuff. I don't really want to start that build until I know for a fact that that build is already going to be popping off and being able to kill ubers and do T17s and things like that, because the divine ire totems can't do T17s and it won't be able to kill ubers. It just won't be able to. It just doesn't do enough damage. I think like the cap out damage is probably like 10 to 15 mil, and that's pretty much it. Whereas the freezing pulse ice spirit totems, it can cap out at like 200, 300 mil DPS, which is massive for like uber bossing in general. But the defense on it is really bad. Like it dies almost instantly to anything, which is why it's going to be straight glass cannon. For now, we are going to get into the leveling process. You know, the campaign is already done as me talking in this video. You guys watching me, go through right now. The campaign is done, and now it's time to go ahead and push leveling the build. You do need to get a decent bow, because that is one of the most, if not the most important thing for a bow build. So we'll be working on that. Like right now, the gear is really bad. This is campaign gear. I literally just ran through it. I didn't even get a quiver. Like, that's how bad it is. So we definitely need to work on this quite a bit. I think one of my initial plans is probably to get this to like 80 to 85 to 90, and then switch over to the divine ire totems and start crafting a couple of gear pieces for this build. And once it does get fast enough in T16s to where it's like much faster and does much more damage than the divine ire totems in terms of clearing, then we will switch over to the lightning arrow and start actually really playing on the lightning arrow, probably more than the divine ire totems, until we start doing things like essences and like regular bossing and things like that. Other than that, that is the plan. Let's get into the grind.
The goddess is watching. Claim your inheritance. Triumphant.
fast as fuck, boy. Still fast as fuck, boy. Come get some.
All right, YouTube. I know you guys do see that I'm still rocking a Goldrim and a Tabula and a Cruise Ward. These will be the next upgrades in terms of changing them over. So the plan here is we got the 6 link on the league mechanic. We got the 6 link from Necropolis. What we're going to be doing is getting a 6 link Assassin's Garb and 6 linking it. That will go onto this character, put some spell suppression on it, and that'll be good and it'll be ready to go. In terms of the helmet, we need to craft a spell suppression lion's pelt, and then our Karui ward, we need to get a Hyries Truth. That will be our upgrades in terms of that. In terms of moving over to crit, I'm going to go ahead and swap over to my totems, and I'm gonna be farming some uniques. We will be putting reliquary scarabs onto our maps, and we will be farming reliquary just to get the Hyries Truth, which would be super easy to get. That will then make it so we can go crit. Once we pop over to crit, we will be doing the last lab. If it can clear T16s fast and effectively, then we will just go ahead and stay onto the lightning arrow and speed clear maps. And if it can't, then we'll just keep playing on our Divine Ire totems until it can, and we'll keep working on the gear. So we're going to be feeding gear onto this build as we are on our Divine Ire totems. Now that we are level 81, we can actually now switch off and go over to the Divine Ire totems. We're going to be farming uniques, and that's going to be the plan. Farm uniques, get Hyries Truth, put it on this character, and that's the plan. Let's go. Let's grind. That it? No! That it? Yes! That's it. We're done. The roll was pretty bad, but hey, we got it. We have gotten it. We are done with farming the amulet. Alright, so now what we need to do, I have picked this up, and I picked up the Hyries Truth. Go ahead and put this on, and we can put on Hyries Truth. Bam! In this case, we can now put on our precision. Spec out of precise technique, because now we're crit. Now we gotta fix up our tree now. Yes! 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 There we go! That's what I needed! Right there! I'm from the prisons. Let's see. Oh, Hyries Ire! Hyries Ire! I need that! Woo! The roll! The roll! No way! 7 league for SSF, not bad. Hey, I do got a level again. I'll take it. Oh, I need these. That's... What the hell? final boss drops 6 additional divine orbs. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Do it. Alright, YouTube, it is time to end off the video. In this video, we actually got a lot done in terms of our second character. You guys did see me play a lot on the Hierophant, on the Divine Ire, and we did a ton of work. We actually got lucky, it hit the Hyries Ire, the Nameless Seer, which is massive for the Lightning Arrow. Let's go ahead and just go over the pieces that we do have right now. This bow, we really need to upgrade, but I have something in store right now that we're currently working on. So if we look over at our stash, right, and we look over at our coffins project, we actually have a bunch of coffins here, so we can start crafting our triple LE fractured bow. This is still going to take a long time, which is, you know, one of the reasons why I'm kind of holding back on playing this character right now. But it's probably going to take like another day and a half to go ahead and collect majority of the rest of the tattoos. That being said, once we do hit a 6 link with this Hyries Ire, and once we do change out the helmet to get more res and get the rest of our links and stuff done, then we will go ahead and start playing on this character, because this character will be a ton faster in terms of farming corpses. That being said, we are in the crafting phase for a lot of the pieces, the Hierophant, the Divine Ire, and the Lightning Arrow. So we are crafting a ton of pieces right now, and I have a whole tree set up just for straight up crafting, which I'll show you guys that right now. If we look over at our tree, you guys can see that we are like fully into crafting right now. We got harvest, we have essences, we got the league mechanic, which we still have to spec into these two, and we will, because I gotta spec out the harbinger right here, just not any overworld makings right now. So we are planning on doing that. In terms of crafting for the Hierophant, I'm not really going to be doing much in terms of the graveyard. And the reasons why I'm not really going to be focusing on the graveyard, unless it's like the amulet, but I'm not going to be really focusing on the wand, because it's, in my opinion, I think it's much better to just spam Essence of Woe on the Profane Wand. Now, if we were to go deep into the graveyard with the Profane Wand, we would most likely just go ahead and get Fractured on the Profane Wand and then craft it from there. Other than that, we aren't really looking to really fully craft the Profane Wand at the graveyard. We're going to be spamming a bunch of Essences of Woe on it so we can get spell damage, maximum mana, cast speed, you name it. In terms of the Lightning Arrow, I do want to go ahead and craft the triple LE bow at the graveyard. Really close to being able to do that. We just need to get a ton more stuff. A couple of things is really rare, like chance to fracture an explicit modifier. It's seeable, and I've seen 3 of them. We have 3 of those, but we currently need 10. We still need quite a bit more. The next one that's extremely rare, and I've only seen one, a 20% chance to craft an additional item. That one is really rare, but I want to make sure that we have all 8 of these, is mainly because we want to have as many chances as possible just to hit this triple LE bow. This is going to pop our build off by a ton if we hit this bow. Other than that, we do need to get some 40% adjacent mods, 25% roll. Resistance modifiers are scarce, which those won't be hard to hit. Mana modifiers, that won't be hard to get. Critical modifiers, that won't be hard to hit. A lot of this stuff in general won't be that bad to get. The only one that I'm really worried about is a 20% chance to craft an additional item, but it's totally fine. We will eventually get that. The next upgrades for this build in terms of the Lightning Arrow is going ahead and getting a Lion Pelt helmet, because we really need to get rid of this gold trim. We need a ton of res. Most likely be putting res on our boots, our Stygian Vice, our helmet. I want to make sure that we have amethyst rings, because I want to be able to have chaos res, so we don't have to worry about that early. Our quiver, we will be replacing this quiver later on down the line once we hit the graveyard, which won't be that bad at all. This character is moving along quite nicely. Other than that, that is pretty much it. In the next video, we will be mainly focusing on the helmet, which is the Lion Pelt, and trying to get this character running and trying to get a 6 link. Once we do hit the 6 link, this character should be good to go to start running. I hope you guys like this video. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, subscribe. We are going for 5,000 subscribers. Let's go for it. Catch you guys in the next video.